Hello, rascals and road trippers. My name is TV Skine, and I'm currently staring directly into the ground because these jerks won't stop distracting me with all their cool outfits. Very annoying, very inconsiderate of you all, but I'm gonna power through. I'm gonna pretend you don't exist, and I am going to. Oops, that's not the right button. And I'm going to talk to Rielle. Okay, we've already heard that dialogue. Alphino. Ooh, rings.
Well, everything appears to be in order. Assuming no one has any objections to my choice of presentation, I shall place our offerings at the trading post as instructed. Were I of the Nath, I would think I would be suitably impressed. Well, how long must we wait? Should we have sounded a signal or some such?
Maybe we should just not be standing around here with weapons. I don't know. Calm yourself, Master Alphino. Our offering has not gone unnoticed. Ooh, scary music. Oh, those are cool. I like those.
Long has it been since hunters as came to trade, bearing gifts that filled the air with such delightful scents. Land trap nectar, gallum tree fruit, and nanka flesh. What delectable foods have you brought for us? Our meager existence is much enriched by your bounty. Come, hunters, come to our hive if you would trade. Cramped and stifling our homes are, but the rancid incense keeps the dragons at bay. Cramped, stifling, and horribly smelly. But better to live in stench than be cracked and crunched by dragon jaws. Yes, come, it is not far.
That's a choice of music for that scene. They're adorable. Come on. So I was right. The incense burners are meant to drive away the dragons. Aha.
Your presence has been announced to the storyteller. You must speak to our chosen leader in words, for we are Vath. We are the non-mind.
Welcome to our hive, hunters. You have brought delicacies much sought after by our people, and we are much pleased. What would you have in return?
Honored Elder, pray allow me to begin by thanking you for welcoming us into your home and accepting our humble offerings. My companions and I are come in search of knowledge, specifically, knowledge of your people's god.
Knowledge alone? What strange hunters you are. But if it is words you desire, then words you shall have. We are the Vath, the non-mind, and to speak is our fate. You will hear the tale of the Nath's god, of the god the One Mind summoned into our midst.
The One Mind. These are the Nath who reside in the main colony.
Yes, they are one connected. But let us begin the story at its beginning. Some moons ago, a single dragon flew in from the east, bleeding and weak. It fell from the sky and into the hive, where it was swarmed by my brethren. And with spear and spell and muskets, the dragon was slain. It was likely one that had fled the battle with my kinsmen. I should commend you from finishing the job. Insensitive dick. Dragons are fierce and terrible adversaries. The One Mind would always cower when their winged shadows passed over the ground. But no longer. They had learned that a battle-weary Dravanian was easy prey. Thus did the One Mind decide to heed the words of the black-robed men. The One Mind would call forth our gods and unleash his blades upon the dragon. Dravanian lands would become Nath lands, and ever larger would grow our domain. But our god ever hungers. The price he demands in crystals far exceeds the rewards for this war. We of the Vath despise and revile his insatiable existence. Oh, would you look at that? It was Ashians again. Wow, couldn't have seen that coming. Wow, Ashians. Who would have known? I would never have thought. We are the non-mind. The whispers of thought are grown silent, and with our voices aloud we must speak. Of necessity, then, was the storyteller chosen.
And that's another ether current. Okay. Isail, okay.
Even a wounded dragon is a dangerous opponent. These ant-men did well to overpower one.
Beast tribes have ever summoned their gods out of necessity. That the Nath should do so out of mere covetousness sets a worrying precedent. I call upon the power of a primal for greater good, conscious all the while that I do so at the grave cost of the land. I reason that it is a necessary evil and willingly shoulder the burden of my sin. In suggesting that such crimes can be justified, you may argue that I presume too much, but you must surely see that I am aware of the magnitude of my transgressions. Not so the Nath. They summon their deity for no greater purpose than to expand their dominion. To a scion of the Seventh Dawn, one sworn to eliminate the primal threat, the distinction you draw seems questionable at best. But the fact remains that mine own grandfather risked unleashing the power of the 12 in an attempt to prevent the calamity. Thus, while I may not condone your actions, I at least understand them. Not so the Nath, as you so rightly put it. If they truly seek naught but territorial gain, I can only conclude that they are ignorant of the ruinous consequences of their god's insatiable appetite. The longer this primal is suffered to exist, the greater the suffering it will cause. It must be destroyed.
How lightly you propose the destruction of this god, Master Alphino, a being of whom we know not. Has it occurred to you that you may be sending the Warrior of Light to his death?
No, I think, Estinian, don't worry about it. Because, like, even if I lost, that would actually be good and cool, because I am the main character of reality, and that just means I'm going to get even stronger and win even harder afterwards. No, You have the right of it, Estinian. Twould seem it's I who is guilty of presuming too much. Pray forgive me, Brick.
I do not fear my duty.
Wait, Brick need not face this foe alone. Like him, I am blessed with the Echo's protection and may do battle without fear of primal influence. Let me bear this burden.
Do you truly imagine yourself a second Warrior of Light? Remind me, how many primals have you faced, my lady? Not that it matters. We know not where this god resides or how to challenge it, unless you mean to pray until it appears.
You're not helping, Estinian. Estinian makes a valid point. Let us speak with the Vath and learn how best to secure an audience with their deity. In this, at least, I may be of assistance.
The young lord certainly appears eager to prove his worth.
Yeah, it's gotten him into trouble before. It has. Okay, they said the... there we go. Here we have some more shots. Okay, let's take a look at Bowie's Red Mage. Okay. Yeah, nice. Okay, yeah, so, like, I like that you have the horns, especially on this aura. Like, I like the horns are, like, that they have the same color temperature, like, they have more or less the same brass color as, like, the accents on the outfit. That's a really good set of coordination. I quite like that. And it's like, again, this is one of those very simple, like, really not very exaggerated, really not very out there. It's like a very simple warrior's outfit. It doesn't look like it's like some rich noble from a prophesied house warrior, Fate of Legend or whatever. It looks like a guy who's like sort of workman-like, who knows their craft, who's like been doing who does this for a job rather than... Yeah, that's quite good. I like the... You're getting a hell of a wasp waist out of that too, like really sort of snatching it in there. Which gives a sort of sense of which works, like, it works with the glasses in the sense that too is like a visual signifier of someone who's like holding it together, who's maybe a little bit uptight kind of vibe, which also works well with the rapier as a weapon, or rapier, depending on how you want to pronounce that.
Like, those are all associated with characters who are, like, very precise, very intellectual, thoughtful, high-strung, careful in their approach. So, like, that's very cohesive, at least from my perspective. So if that's the character you're going for, yeah, that works. Aura are Dorito shaped. So that's just a general thing with their character models. Cool. Yeah, like the brown works well with the red too. Like that's like those colors don't like they have like a similar temperature and they work together really well. And I like the gloves, like the black sort of scaly gloves, like fingerless ones. They're quite good with this. You could play with the color on the gloves. Like you could make the gloves red, for example. You could make the gloves brown if you wanted to, and see which color you like best. But black definitely works. That's really good. Yeah. I like that. Like, good choice of boots to go with it, too. Like, the sort of... Like, again, there's some armor protection on top, but not a lot. Like, it's not... This is not like a warrior who's, like, chanking into battle. This is someone who just has a bit of protection in some places where it counts, and then a little bit on the legs. Yeah. That works quite well. I like the music in this camp, too, by the way. Nice pose. And cool pants. I like that. I like those sandals. Those are quite nice. The tiger stripes on the fur are also well appointed here. Like they stand out black against the white fur. That works. Anyway.
There must be some way of infiltrating the main colony. The Vath greet mine every question with cryptic utterances. I fear I'm no closer to understanding the tenets of their faith.
Well, that might be because they're a hive mind, so they don't really have individual ideas, I guess, is the thing it's getting at.
We are the Vath. We are the non-mind. We do not hear the one mind's thought. We cannot predict their will. Put this idea from your mind's generous hunters. If you meet with our gods, then he will have your souls. Surely you are not so generous as that.
Now, don't worry. I'll be all right.
You wish to meet our god? Offer yourself as a sacrifice, and you will soon be brought before him. We would mourn the loss of such generous hunters, however.
Well, there's our plan. Offer ourselves as a sacrifice.
You are generous hunters, yes. Many gifts you have brought, but not enough for all that to enjoy. Maybe you could bring us just one more? We are very fond of Nanka flesh, yes? The meat of a young Nanka would make a fine repast.
Okay, one more. Here's your steak.
We Vath do enjoy our Nanka flesh. Have you been out hunting yet? Another gift from Vath? So unexpected. Listen, yes, you will have more of the words you strange hungers hunger for. Listen now. The senses of the one mind are enmeshed by the overmind.
We're fighting the Zerg!
What one sees, all see. What one feels, all feel. Alert a single Nath and the whole hive is alerted. To reach our god undetected is all but impossible. How strange must spoken language seem to those who once shared minds. 'Tis little wonder the Vath are by turns obscure and transparent in their meaning.
I do not envy the ant-men their bond. Were every man's mind made known to his neighbor, Ishgard would not last a bell.
The Vath are wont to allude to certain concepts without explanation, but I believe I'm beginning to grasp a few of the fundamentals. From what I understand, the king-like overmind sits at the center of Nath society, and its presence somehow allows its subjects to communicate without need of word or gesture. These Nath, the one who inhabit the larger hive, are known as the One Mind, and it was by their combined will that the primal was summoned. Those who reside in the smaller hive, however, are the Vath, or the non-mind, who, for reasons that yet escape me, seem to have been excluded from the telepathic bond which connects their Nath counterparts. Thus are the Vath ignorant of the One Mind's thoughts and intentions.
And of the nature of their own god. In summary, we have wasted our time.
Not so. Perilous though it may be, the Vath did furnish us with one certain method of approaching the primal, as sacrifices. Should we allow ourselves to be captured in the environs of the colony, the Nath will bring us before their deity to make an offering of our souls.
Love that plan.
Forgive me, but let us be clear about what it is that you propose. You mean to say that you would deliberately provoke the Nath, surrender yourself into what might generously be termed their custody, and then wait until their god arrives to claim your soul?
No, Alphino, you suggested that just 2 seconds ago. What do you mean? Like, why are you turning around on me and being like, oh, like, how could you suggest such a thing?
Aye, that fairly well describes my plan. You will join me in this endeavor, will you not?
Or did I accidentally read Isael? I read Isael with Alphino's voice. That was my fault.
Judging by the great many risks you took to prevent the summoning of Saint Shiva, you are not a man to err in the sight of caution.
Would that I could fight at your side, warrior of light, but the power of the dragon is no protection against primal influence. Forgive me, but I must remain here with Master Alphino.
Then it is settled. Brick, you and I shall challenge the guards at the entrance to the colony. Once the hive is roused, we shall feign a brief show of resistance, and then allow them to take us prisoner.
Okay. Before we do that, might be that it's time that we go and do a class quest or two and pick up some abilities. I think one class quest should take me to level 54, right? It can't be far off afterwards. I gotta say, I've been enjoying the gang so far, much more dynamic than the groups we've traveled with during Realm Reborn. Yes, this is very true. Specifically because they are allowed to, like, bicker and, like pick on each other and disagree and not like each other very much. Like, Isael and Estinian just don't like each other. Which is very different. Like, the closest we had to that in Realm Reborn was Papalimo and Ida. But those two kids, like, they love each other dearly. Like, they're very, very fond of each other, and it's very obvious in their interactions. Whereas Isael and Estinian are just like, no, they'll throw punches. Like, if we weren't there, they'd be kicking each other's ass. Salted Earth. Ooh, so you can... Ah, that's cool. I see you yet walk the path, Brick, and it is well that you do. This is a matter I can only discuss with another dark knight. Swear to me that you'll speak of it to no one else. Thank you. Then I shall begin at the beginning. Our master, in his final moments, spoke to Frey and me in riddles. A heart bleeds, a man weeps, a soul burns. Thence comes the darkness to consume. Yet even in the depths, the flame endures. Submit to the flame and harness the abyss. Frey and I did not understand his words. We hoped their meaning would become clear to us in the course of our duties as Dark Knights. And so we carried on, following the creed, until one day we found her. Go on, Rielle. He can be trusted.
All right. Elon's blessings be upon you, sir.
Right then. She was fleeing from a unit of Temple Knights at the time, who were clearly intent on doing her harm. Needless to say, Frey and I took issue with that and chose to intervene. We went to ground after that, but Frey was caught out in the streets while fetching supplies. I cannot protect her, Brick. Not from the Temple Knights, not by myself. I'm not even sure why they seek her. Only that should I fail, her life is forfeit. Help me, Brick, and I shall share with you my arts. And when we have reached the limits of my knowledge, mayhap we can unravel the mystery of my master's final words together. I can offer you naught else. What say you? Then it is settled. We shall both serve as her guardians. Don't you have something to say to Brick, Rielle? Apparently not. But, well, I just, okay. So if there was a little bit of, like, if you could read a little bit of, like, romantic tension into the relationship with Frey, it's, you can definitely read it into, you can definitely read it into the relationship between Sigurdur and you and then, like, your adopted fellow daughter, Rielle. The first Dark Knight questline is about accepting gayness. The other one is about getting a boyfriend and adopting a kid together. Yeah! Yes. Where are your parents? I can imagine. Okay. Why did the Temple Knights want to hurt you? They said it was an abomination, that I had to die to atone for my sins. What do you think of Sigurdur? He doesn't talk as much. Not since Frey left. Sometimes he hardly speaks a word. Other times... But I know he would never hurt me. Excuse me. Rick, was it? You'll look after Sid, too, won't you? Sid? A dandelion. The first one of the season. Or last one, rather. Sid. Thank you. That puts my mind at ease. Right, that's enough of that. To more important matters. Like I said before, I'm not quite sure why the Temple Knights are after Rielle. They seem to believe something is wrong with her, but for the life of me, I cannot imagine what it could be. However, there may be a way to find out. The other day, I overheard a curious tale from House Hainaut Knight recently returned from Camp Cloudtop. He spoke of Vanu healers who could see their patients' ether. So skilled were these healers, they could diagnose ailments with a glance. It may be not more than a fantastical tale told by a man in his cups, but even so, if there's a chance we could learn what, if aught, ails Rielle, I dare say we must take it. Let us go to Camp Cloudtop and begin our search for a healer there. Ooh, yeah, you're right in chat. I seem to have filled up on quests. Well, okay. Let's just kick a few out so we have room for any more that we need to accept. Camp Cloudtop. I like that the quest is called The Knight and the Maiden Fair, because that seems to be the thing that they're setting up here is like a classic knight errant and like the lady to whom he has pledged his services. Right then. The Vanu are not wont to parley with outsiders under most circumstances. However, they may be willing to receive us if we come bearing a suitable offering. Oh, here we go again. 10 bare asses coming right up. I'm told they use Gastornis feathers in their rituals. Mayhap that will suffice. Rick, I must ask that you prepare our offering while I look after Rielle. Once you have it, we can journey to Wunduuk Benduuk together and entreat one of their healers to examine her. Well, it's better than wholesale slaughtering them, at least. Geronimo! Ooh. Wait, are these... Oh my god, it's giraffe camels. It's giraffe camels! Oh, that's hilarious. Hey, buddy. What mistral gale blows netherlings this far away? Away with you! Away! Here, have some feathers. Gastornis feathers. Netherling knows the ways of the Wundu. Well, let storm clouds give way to warm sunshine. Say your piece. She will do as we ask, Brick. bring forth the child. Netherlings, let me look upon her face and know her heart. Soft rains to soothe your heart, little one. Do not be afraid. Drink of the winds, let thy soul take flight. Bathe in the mists and show me thy light. Come, come, show me thy light. What tempestuous winds rage beneath tranquil clouds? What great spirit dwells within you? Speak plain, Vanu. This is no child, this is... The Tramontane follows you, Netherlings. You cannot remain here. Be gone from our lands. Wait, I don't... Ah, God damn it. Ready your blade, Brick. We've been followed. Over there. Someone's coming.
Oh no, it's a cat! Holy shit, we've been followed! All this for one little girl. Really?
That should be the last of them. I've seen these ones before. They don't answer to the Lord Commander, or so I hear. Bastards thought to take us outside the city, away from prying eyes. Don't want to be seen murdering a girl in the streets of the Holy See, do they? Even their staunchest supporters couldn't abide that. Seems our new friend has already abandoned us. Not for it, then. Back to Ishgard we go. Come on, Rielle.
Yes, you're all free again. I do like, there's something I do like about emotes only chat is because it kind of forces people to dig into all of the sub-emotes they have from all the other channels, and I always think they're kind of charming to see. I see they're doing that thing where everyone wants to kill that one girl, but nobody's gonna tell us why. Yeah, classic. Like, it's a classic thing of, like, some dark edgelord picks up someone who seems to be innocent, but who's hiding a dark secret of their own, even if they don't know it, kind of thing. It's a classic thing to pair up someone who's like dark and broken, or like a social outcast or whatever, who like finds some hint of redemption or reclaims some sense of their self by acting as a protector for someone innocent who's being persecuted without cause, you know, or unjustly.
I trust you no longer dispute the true nature of the Temple Knights. Murderers and thieves who drape themselves in the trappings of righteousness.
Yeah, that's cops. That very true.
Do you not see, Brick? We are all that stands between them and their prey. There's no justice for these monsters, save that which we must deliver. I will see them answer for their sins, I swear it. If I have to drown in the abyss to see it done, I will.
Rick said, I wanted to thank you both for protecting me earlier, and apologize for getting you too hurt.
Don't be foolish. You've not to apologize for. In any case, at least we've learned something of our enemy's motives. Not that I have the faintest inkling what the healer meant by Great Spirit.
Yeah, it could be many things. None of them good. So let's head to Camp Bronze Lake and take on the hard version of the Wanderer's Palace, since people wanted to see that one.
Hey, bloating send you away, you say? Well, I'll be thrice damned at you. You're the heroic bloke who lopped off the Thornberry King's head. Do you remember us? We used to peer around the entrance to the Wanderer's Palace. Saw you right before that great bleeding Thornberry stabbed us. Wasn't we stabbed, love?
Indeed we were. 'Twas most unpleasant. Now, Adventurer, you're here to do something we prefer not to do ourselves. Venture into the Dark Wanderer's Palace again.
Bet we start at the beginning, eh? Like I was saying, we was hacking away at little Tomberries when the big one snuck up behind us. Well, we tried to fight it off, but it got the best of us. Never bit in worse shape, just lying there bleeding. Hills, I thought we weren't long for the realm, but just as I was thinking of my last words, lo and behold, the Tomberries we've been having it out with started treating us. Nursing us right back to health, they did. That's when we learned the truth about the Tombies. See, they was only menacing folk because of a curse that Joe lifted when you slew the Tomberry King. And that lot was a common twice as kindly again. Why, it was a right pleasure having them take care of us for a fair spell. Just pity those peaceful days didn't last. A band of Mamulja, what called themselves Silverscale, came stomping into the palace. They say they're mercenaries, but they're nothing but the scum of the bleeding realm.
The howling, the blood, so many dead. As if that weren't enough, the surviving Tonberries were locked away deep in the ruins. Why in the name of the 12s did they deserve such a fate, I ask you? We grow rather fond of the Tonberries while living amongst them. They have good hearts, no matter how odd their appearance. None of that should matter anyway. This fellow's Huron and I'm Mikote. Are we a lesser couple for our difference? I should think not. My heart goes out to the Tonberries, truly, to be so betrayed, so ill-treated and locked away in some horrid dungeon, and by one's own people, no less. My dearest and I know their pain all too well. We both had to leave our birthplace. Why, you ask? Well, simply because we were different. No, we will not sit idle by and let the Tonberries be subjected to such terrible treatment.
Well said, love. But much as we like to give the Silverscales the boot ourselves, we can't stand up to a cartload of Mamulja. So please sail help to boors in our place. The Wanderer's Palace is the only home the Tonberries have got. Now, you'll have to speak with Abasi Charasi to get a ride in his boat across the lake. What is it now? Bon voyage. Bon voyage. Aw, they're cute.
Come on, treasure hunter's errand, have you? Well, I'll take you across the lake, but be warned, that palace you're making for is held by the Silverscales, and their leader's the most fearsome of the lot. Now, Tonberries aren't friends of mine, but even I think the way the Mamulja have them imprisoned is wrong. Capturing them, turning them into thralls. Go and give those sellswords hell.
So, I think I see a few eager souls who want to come to the Wanderer's Palace with me. I can just click. Aha! Ooh, 2 heads. Well, aren't you fancy? And it's still not Silverscale, Jesus. I don't need to use Living Dead, I'm fine. The victory pose is still bad. Oh. Aw. Good on ya. Good on ya, kiddos. Oh, that's a fancy coat. Pity I can't use it for anything. Thanks for the help, guys. That's perfect. That's excellent. Okay. Oh, hello. Dead Hive Claymore. Can't use it, but I'll definitely take a look at it. Ooh, fancy. And then... oh, it glows red and everything. Nice. Thank you. I hope that's not expensive or rare or something. But I appreciate that. Can't guarantee I'll use it for glams. Oh, you swept the sensors out of ballast. Oh, it's a splendid lad. Oh, thanks for saving the Tombies, honest.
Allow me to add my thanks to his, sir. You have our gratitude on behalf of the Tonberries as well. I think they truly deserved succor. Can you imagine losing your entire being to hatred? Little wonder the Tonberries became monsters. Neither of us are strangers to hate. Growing more spiteful with each passing day is sadly the province of those who are shunned by all around them.
Yet malice will turn us all to monsters.
Oh, yeah, still him talking? Yeah. Yet malice will turn us all to monsters. A Tonberry told me as much on day. It gave me pause to think of wandering for ages with a heart ruled by rancor.
Well, the Tombies have now more than their fair share of our time, so from here on out, we want to make sure they live where they live stays a sanctuary. Fortunately, while there's venturers like yourself about to knock and bite us out, we won't have to fear for the Tombies. Now, we're off for a right old reunion. Good fortune to you, friend.
Okay. Off you go then, boyfriends. Okay, let's get back to the class quest, which was the thing that we were doing, and complete that one, and then we go to the Hive quest. Yes, and we will find time for the design reviews also. Level a healer, you coward, you'll love it. Well, how do you know I haven't already? Delivers a jumping attack of 150. Instant. Ooh, cool.
So, a great spirit dwells within Rielle, if that shaman is to be believed. We need answers, Brick, and I can think of no one better to ask than those who commune with spirits regularly. I speak of Gridania's conjurers who can hear the voices of the Twelveswood, or so it's said. It's just as well. Frey told me she had an aptitude for their arts. What has taken him moons to learn, she has mastered in days. Sometimes these talents run the family, he said. Mayhap her ancestors were conjurers after a fashion.
Really? The bright-haired, young, sort of soft-spoken girl who dresses all in white? A conjurer? I cannot imagine such a thing.
Whatever the reason, there's no guarantee it is related to what the shaman said, or why the temple knights wish her dead. If past experience is any indication, they will be tracking us the moment we leave the city. It is not a question of if they will attack us, but when. But you'll be ready for them, I see. Then let us be off. The road should be safe as far as Camp Dragonhead.
To Camp Dragonhead!
They're close. I can feel it. Stay with Rielle. I'm gonna scout out the road to the observatorium. Follow at a distance. If they come, do whatever it takes to see her safely inside the walls. Good. That's a promise.
Please be safe, Sid. Brid, I'm ready whenever you are.
Yep, let's kill some temple knights.
Oh no, do I have to beckon her, or does she go? Okay, she moves. I hate those levs where you have to beckon a thing to go and move. They are very annoying. So I'm pleased that you at least move on your goddamn own. We made it. Thank you, Brick. Thank you.
Brick, thank the gods you're all right. I should have known they would strike when we were apart.
That's why you should never leave my side again.
They're certain to return with reinforcements ere long. We must press on south into Gridanian territory. Until we reach the city proper, we cannot be assured of safety. We leave now, Rielle. You can rest once we reach Stillglade Fane.
Greetings, Brick. How may I be of service? A great spirit, is it? If it please, I would examine this girl myself. It is the very least I can do for one who has ever been a friend of the Twelveswood. Ah, but where are they?
Apologies for our late arrival. Rielle grew tired and I had to carry her part of the way.
I could have kept walking. No, he had to. Our burdens need not be our own, child. There's no shame in sharing the weight.
Who is the boy?
I am Brother Isumian, master of this guild, and though you will labor to believe it, young man, I am several times your age. You must be Rielle. Breakers told me all about you. Pray come closer and take your ease. I ask that you close your eyes and listen to my words. Breathe deep. Feel the myriad life around you. Be as one with the world.
Well,
The Vanu shaman spoke true, after a fashion. Her spiritual presence belies her years. It is clearly not the product of training, rather an innate power with which she radiates, akin to that of the elementals or the Travanians.
you can't be serious. She's just a girl.
Yes, she is. A very special girl. Mayhap you're familiar with the tale of the boy and the okay. The boy and the dragon gay.
No.
Hardly surprising. The Archbishop declared it a heretic's tale, and with good cause. It is a corruption of an older legend in which a man partakes of dragon blood, and in so doing, becomes one himself. Rumor has it that heretics hold such rituals for this very purpose, and if there is truth to such tales, perchance she has ingested the blood of an ancient dragon.
What? She's not some half-crazed lunatic.
I make no accusations, only offer a possible explanation. Moreover, who's to say that she did so knowingly?
You.
Excuse me? Pray forgive me. I did not mean to cause you distress. You have nothing to fear, my child, for you are in perfect health and blessed with 2 loyal guardians. Would that others could say the same. I think Rielle would benefit from a brief respite before returning to Ishgard, unused to the rigors of the road as she is. Why not show her to the Carline Canopy? An eel pie can do wonders for the soul.
We thank you for your time.
So the dragon gay in that context presumably means the dragon happy, right? Like the archaic context of the word. Because they usually use words in their archaic context. Otherwise, every time they said that something was queer, it would read very differently.
Fairy tales and fantasies. This is what he has to offer us. Heretics I understand, but I expected better from the bloody head of the Conjurer's Guild. And you, why didn't you speak up for yourself? Rielle!
There were no windows, just walls of stone with little cracks to tempt your fingers, and iron bars colder than ice. Couldn't tell when it was raining, whether it was day or night. She didn't say I drank blood. All she said was, "It's better this way." At least, if they catch me, they'll just kill me this time. Can I finish my apple?
Go ahead. It's not a sin if someone made you do it.
I didn't.
I won't let them hurt you.
No.
You want another one?
Yeah, Sundara dad.
No, thank you.
Right then. Keep an eye on her until she's finished eating, would you? I could do with some fresh air.
Thank you for waiting with me, Brick. Shall we go and find Sid?
Well, I've had my fill of the forest. Back to Ishgard, then. I think Rielle and I can manage our own for now. Shall we?
Sundara dad. Daw. Wouldn't it be safer for them to stay in Gridania? Well, no, because they're not Gridanian citizens. and they're not under the protection of the elementals. So they have no, like... So, like, if Ishgard said, hey, like, hand over that girl there, they would have no diplomatic, like, objections. So...
That was a blessedly uneventful journey. Mayhap the Temple Knights were still nursing the injury she gave them. Rielle was worried they might try to ambush you on the road, but I assured her it would be fine.
Yeah, because I teleport.
I must apologize, Brick. For all you've done for us, I fear I've yet to adequately recompense you. I'll continue to share with you what skills I can. Alas, I fear I near the edge of my knowledge.
Yeah, but now I got a cool downwards plunging attack. So that's cool.
So, if you've enjoyed hanging out in the world of Final Fantasy XIV with me, you can hit the like, comment, and/or subscribe buttons down below. They'll let you know when more Dark Knight Edgelord shenanigans or Ishgard Dragon fucking Vor shenanigans are happening. If you want to watch episodes early, become a member of the channel, because that gives you early access. Or, if you want to watch these episodes as they are being recorded live, you can head on over to Twitch. And if you subscribe there, you'll get access to the VODs of the streams, which record all of the things that happen, including all of the nonsense that happens when we are not on stream or whether I'm not recording for YouTube episodes. That's all the self-promotion I have to do, so thank you very much for watching. Remember to be kind to one another, have solidarity with those who are worse off than yourselves, and may the tides of history wash gently over us all.